John McCain is all over the map right now. No, he hasn't changed message, I don't think. He's actually just traveling big time. In the final 24 hours, 13 states. Now, what's not on his itinerary? Stops to rally support for congressional Republicans who find themselves caught in this year's huge Democratic updraft. In just a minute, Minnesota's Republican Governor Tim Pawlenty joins us to talk about John McCain's closing strategy. First, though, it's time for a few underreported holy mackerel stories in today's news. And another sign of how swell the economy really isn't. U.S. auto sales fell for the 12th straight month, extending the longest slide in 17 years. The big three U.S. automakers, General Motors, Chrysler, and Ford, along with Toyota, Honda, and Nissan, all reported a steep decline in sales during the month of October. GM says that adjusted for population growth, October's industry-wide sales were probably the worst since World War II. Wow. GM actually reported this afternoon that its sales plunged 45%. When I saw that number come across the wires today, I actually initially thought it was a typo. This was GM's first month of less than 200,000 cars sold since at least the 1970s. The company says its financing arm, GMAC Financial Services, is tightening its lending standards to require a credit score of at least 700. That cost the automaker up to 60,000 sales last month. You remember hearing about the credit crunch? This is the credit crunch. Money-losing GM is exploring a possible merger with money-losing Chrysler, which posted a 35% decline in sales last month. Whatever support the industry can get from the next president or even the current president and the lame duck Congress might benefit that possible merger. Sales at the second largest U.S. automaker, Ford, dropped 30%. Even the fuel-efficient Ford Focus, sales of which increased over the summer, saw an 18% drop. Ford said it could reduce production of money-losing vehicles by cutting overtime and suspending work at some of its plants. Oh, good. Senator Obama, Senator McCain, you guys sure you want this job? And finally, imagine showing up to vote and seeing a group of uniformed mercenaries overwatching the polls. This is not a story from some fledgling democracy in a developing nation. It's from Oregon. A CIA-linked private security contractor called Evergreen Defense and Security Services emailed Oregon County elections directors offering to provide private for-profit security at every county election office on voting day tomorrow. Quote, EDSS proposes to post sentries at each voting center on November 4th to assure that disputes among citizens do not get out of control. All guards will be unarmed, but capable of stopping any violence that may occur and detaining troublemakers until law enforcement arrives. According to the Oregonian, John Lindback from the State Election Division replied with an email asking the obvious question. He wrote, quote, "Are you aware that county clerks rely on their county sheriffs for their security needs during an election, and that state agencies are prepared and ready to assist in the event of emergencies?" You know, an even better question someone might have thought to ask Evergreen Defense and Security Services is, you guys know that Oregon's the only vote-by-mail state, right? What, are you going to post a guard at every mailbox? A spokesman for Evergreen says the company is less than a year old and still beating the bushes looking for work. You guys keep looking.